excited for me to be here to celebrate for our cousin.
So.
Yeah, so it's exciting just to see the players. We're excited for what they did. Hard work, LA deserved it, and we're here.
I want a moment of silence right now for Fernando Valenzuela, who passed away at the age of 63. At the count of three, I want everybody to say, happy birthday, Fernando. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Fernando.
Maybe 06.
So you took your Dodger blue all the way to El Paso.
My boss let me be here, so thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Where are you all from?
We're from Temecula. Woo! No Padres for us.
You're like right there on the border.
I know, we can go either way. We've been best friends since we were born. We used to paint our face and cheer for Eric Gagne.
Good thing about Dodger fans that you like each other, so you have something to sort of like,
The love, yes, it's there.
How was that? You just grew up in LA and you just was
we
one
were
of those?
neighbors. So our moms had us a year apart, so we just grew up and we played in the middle of nowhere and then became Dodger fans. And we were like the only Dodger fans in the area. Pretty much. So
what's it like to be here today? I mean, did you like get on like everyone else and click?
Yeah, we've been waiting our entire lives for this moment. So to even get tickets, we were panicking, thinking we wouldn't get them. Yeah.
I brought my daughter, and it's such a full circle. I mean, I get emotional.
Were you one of those at home, like when that last game?
My mind.
I can see it. I can see it.
I don't even know what to say. It's just, it's everything.
So much different emotions out here. Thank you for talking to us. Yeah, so we'll be hanging out with the Dodger fans out here. I want to lose my voice. Alex, we'll send it over to you.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. And one of those guys made a point I hadn't thought about, because every time you come to Dodger Stadium, there's always fans of the opposing team here. This is the only time you'll be here where it is 100% Dodger fans, which is kind of fun.
If you're not a Dodger fan today, you're lost in the stadium.
You're the wrong place. Let's go to Susan Hirasuna, who's in downtown Los Angeles. Susan.
All right, so if you guys saw the other videos that I did, we spoke about how today is the Day of the Dead, which also happens to be Fernando Valenzuela's birthday, the legendary Dodgers pitcher who was sacrificed right before the World Series. And then the next day we found out that Rudy May also passed away, and him and Rudy May pitched in that 1981 World Series against it was the Dodgers versus the Yankees, and they died exactly one day apart right before their former teams meet up in the World Series. And then we saw how the Dodgers, they won the World Series on October 30th in the Bronx, in the birthplace of Vince Scully, just to have the parade on Fernando's birthday. And I want to cover that. I want to watch some of the parade. It starts at 2 p.m., so about 15 minutes is gonna start. I just want to see what they say, because again, this is a big ritual, and it should further prove how they sacrifice former players for rigged championships, something that we've been talking about for a long time now. And his death is what made the World Series so difficult to predict, because remember, he died after the NL and the AL. After those games, that series both ended. So when we was trying to determine who was going to go to the World Series, we was looking at the ritual sacrifices that had already happened. We didn't know that Fernando Valenzuela and Rudy May were going to end up dying. So, but yeah, look, on October 22nd, he passed away, and then 8 days later, the Dodgers win their 8th championship. And, of course, he died at the age of 63, like how Major League Baseball equals 63, Major League equals 63, and today will be his 64th birthday. And notice in Gematria, Jackie Robinson equates to 64 like the word kill. World Series was a big tribute to Jackie Robinson, of course. And it just, There's a lot of other things we could talk about. Let me show you something. You guys, well, I don't think it matters, but yeah, I'll leave that out. But you notice his name is also 259 and 106, like Black Lives Matter. And of course, this World Series was a tribute to the World Series, to Jackie Robinson and slavery and gambling, stuff that we spoke about in that video that I did about the theme of the World Series. Yeah, so I'm just gonna listen to what they say, and if I pick up anything, we'll stop the video and cover it. I don't know how long I'm gonna get away with playing some of the parade. I think if you put an image in front of it, YouTube wouldn't mind. Let me see, am I still live? Yeah. I think if I put a thing in front of it, they won't mind. What's going on, Trey Hops, Brad Egger? Yeah, they're gonna be mocking the fans today. All those fans down there, and you're probably not even that far from the stadium. But all those fans, they're not gonna connect and ask themselves, what are the odds that we are celebrating Fernando Valenzuela's birthday? We are I don't know how many of them even know that today is Fernando's birthday, unless somebody comes out and say it. But how many of them you think knows that today is also the Day of the Dead, which is a Catholic holiday which celebrates dead people, the people who have passed away. So how many people know that today is the Day of the Dead down there in LA? Very few. And of course, this holiday comes right after Halloween, which, if you guys didn't know, Halloween lands on the same day that the Church of Satan was founded. The first satanic church founded on October 31st, 1999. On Halloween. How perfect. So all of you dressing up on Halloween, you're paying tribute to the first satanic church. El Toro. Yeah, the Day of the Dead. 8 championships in the year 24 for Kobe Bryant.
And Kyle Kraska. We're so blessed to have this as our studio today with the backdrop of Dodger Field right behind us. This is where, after the parade, the players will congregate for their big, well-deserved World Series championship celebration.
Well-deserved.
A little bit later.
Yeah, this is usually an opportunity that we'll get to hear from the players. Of course, along the play route, they'll probably have microphones and talk to the fans.
Hold on.
But then here, they'll get up and give some rousing speeches. Anyone in particular you guys are most excited to see?
I want you guys to listen to what Ice Cube said right before Game 2 of the World Series. Ice Cube. He said, "We're doing this for Fernando." I bet you are.
We're doing this for Fernando, baby. Yeah. Just like Game 1, homie.
Oh, my God. We're doing this for Fernando just like Game 1. Oh, shit. Yo, these people are fucking something else. We're doing this for Fernando, baby. Today was not a good day for Fernando's family, though. Let's take a listen to the sheep. The sheeple. It's not rigged.
From Oxnard, we are Dodger fanatics. We live and breathe the Dodgers all day, every day.
The whole family here.
This whole clan of men in my house. Let's go.
Hello, Andy.
Listen, mixing it up here. If you look on top there, we've got some fans up there as well. Look it up. Look it up there. There they are. The top deck. All right. We'll have
When news breaks, we're the ones to watch. Weeknights at 5 and 10 on Fox 11.
Public servants are supposed to fight for us to make things a little easier. But Mike Garcia, he's only out for himself. Garcia took almost $1 million from Wall Street, and then he and his allies proposed gutting seniors' benefits, raising the...
Yeah, Brad, you're right. Ice Cube spilled the beans, man. We're doing this for Fernando, just like Game 1. Oh, shit. Yo, man, God bless. I mean, rest in peace, Fernando, man. I mean, this stuff is sick. I don't mean to laugh, but God damn, man. We doing this for Fernando, just like Game
1. Is something more important. A person who cares when you need help the most. It's who we are. It's what we believe. It's what we promise. We're Forest Lawn.
George Whitesides bankrolled a group pushing to exempt some child predators from registering as sex offenders. Whatever side you're on, George Whitesides.
Keep in mind that this is a Mexican holiday. The Day of the Dead is a holiday traditionally celebrated on November 1st and November 2nd, though other days, such as October 31st or November 6th, may be included depending on the locality. The multi-day holiday involves family and friends gathering to pay respects and remember friends and family members who have died. Wow. These celebrations can be a humorous tone, can take a humorous tone, as celebrants remember amusing events and anecdotes about the departed. It is widely observed in Mexico. And where is Fernando from? He was born in Mexico. What a ritual. Where it largely developed and is observed in other places, especially by people of Mexican heritage. The observance falls during the Christian period of, I'm not going to be able to say that, All Hallowtide? Maybe that's how you say that. Some argue that there are indigenous Mexican or Asian Aztec influences that account for the custom, and it has become a way to remember those forebears of Mexican culture. The Day of the Dead is largely seen as having a festive characteristic in the Mexican culture. Wow. So how perfect for this to land on Fernando's birthday, the Mexican pitcher who played for the Dodgers and died right before the World Series. I want a moment of silence right now.
And you see the double-decker buses. Those are the buses that the players they're on them. They're going to be ready to rock and roll at 11 o'clock. Stu Mundell, you have the best view, even a little better than ours right now.
Well, you know what? You guys get all the energy and excitement. We're trying to make our own, but believe me, we're feeling it from all the fans. The buses, they're going to order. They start up here at Dodger Stadium. They're getting ready to make their way down to downtown Los Angeles. That is the biggest part of the parade right there. Now, we've been kind of trying to see who's on the buses. Well, you got a lot of family on there. You got a lot of team members on there. But the big ones, well, we haven't quite seen them yet. I venture to say a lot of them are on the lower deck on that first bus, but right now the excitement's starting to build as the buses are making their way out of the Dodger Stadium area. It's going to be heading towards downtown Los Angeles. The parade starts in about 7 minutes. Sending it to breaks. We'll be here when you get back. The World Series.
One more chance to start your day the GDLA way. GDLA Rewind.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sean, founder of 4M Dental Implant Center. If you have missing teeth, I can change your life with a beautiful set of permanent teeth all in one day, just like Peter.
I'm so much more comfortable now talking to people, smiling. I mean, my life has changed completely. What a difference a smile makes.
I want to help you too. Call us now for our very special offer.
Call 844-4M-DENTAL.
When I vote, the most important issue for me is trust.
And that is why I can't vote for Derek Tran.
Derek Tran represented a man accused of sexually assaulting female coworkers, even locking one in a car until she would sleep with him.
Now we hear that Tran is bankrolled by the very people trying to gut Prop 13.
And that he'll raise our taxes, even for those making under $200,000. We can't trust Derek Tran.
Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
The team at Larry Parker earned my trust just by staying committed to my situation, reaching out to me, updating me. Every time I needed something, they were there to give it, showed that they actually cared and that loyalty and trust was there from the start.
Growing up wasn't so easy. You kind of have like the neighborhoods around here and it's a bit challenging. My parents always did the best they could, but sometimes life was tough. Which is why when I had my baby girl, I knew I had to make a change. And to me, that was going to American Career College. All hands-on training as a dental assistant was truly life-changing. 10 months later, I now have a career that I love, and I'm able to provide for my family in ways that I never thought possible.
The LA Times called out Michelle Steele for her dishonesty. Her attacks on Derek Tran are dishonest smears. Derek Tran has advocated for victims of harassment and abuse and will protect women's reproductive rights. Michelle Steele, a MAGA extremist who led the effort to ban abortion with no exceptions, even in California. That's why Planned Parenthood and law enforcement endorse Army veteran Derek Tran for Congress. HMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
When the Dodgers stepped up to the World Series plate, only Fox 11 could cover every play. The ones covering every grand slam. And the ones biting their nails with you on the final pitch. Wrapping up each game with Fox 11 Sports Wrap and team coverage on and off the field. From game day traffic and weather to celebrations around town, LA to New York. When it came down to the boys in blue, Fox 11 were the ones to watch.
You lost so many guys due to injury. All right, Dodger fans, the crowds are building. These seats are getting filled. We're getting excited because we're T-minus 5 minutes now to the start of this parade, and you've got the best seat in the house. Don't go anywhere. Fill up your coffee, grab that snack, and park it on your couch.
Yeah, and this is Sky Fox live over, this looks to be Dodger Stadium outside.
You guys imagine another shooting at a parade? Like what happened at the Kansas City. Let's look back before we watch the rest of this bullshit. Let's refresh people's memory on what happened with the Chiefs parade, with the woman that got shot. Her name had the same gematria as Kansas City Chiefs. You know, I don't know why people go to these parades, man. This is ritual century. Did I cover that lady's death, man? I'm pretty sure I did. I don't know where I put it at. I'll look it up by her name. We could just do a live decode. Let me see. Chiefs parade shooting victim. So this was this year at the Chiefs parade. A woman was shot and killed. And yeah, her name was Lisa Lopez Galvan, whatever. But notice her name is 172 and 64. So like Kansas City Chiefs. 172 and 64. And I forgot what else they said about her. Let's just see. It happened on February 14th, Valentine's Day, the Valentine's Day shooting. And her casket was near the front of the Redemptionist Catholic Church in Kansas City, Missouri. Wow, what a ritual. For Lisa, her name sounds like Lisa Left Eye Lopez, right? The rapper. I don't exactly remember though, but what I do remember is her name had the same gematria as Kansas City Chiefs. She got shot and killed at the Kansas City Chiefs parade, And it was something else though. Something else that really stood out about this ritual. I think it was synced up with Gronkowski. I think it was, or maybe Taylor Swift. Let me see, Taylor Swift. It's about to start, so I'll probably talk about this later. So 12/13 from Taylor Swift's birthday to Valentine's Day. Yeah, it was on Taylor Swift's 64th day of her age. And a woman with a 64 name, she gets shot and killed when Kansas City Chiefs and Lisa Lopez Galvin, also 64. So a big ritual connected to Taylor Swift. And that's how this stuff works, man. So who knows if that woman really got killed? But if she did, and the word kill is also 64, right? But if she really got killed, we know why, right? It was all connected to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, who, you know, coincidentally, they wasn't there for the shooting. The shooting happened right after the Chiefs left the parade.
Over the Yankees was we finally get a parade, so that parade officially is supposed to start right now at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, Brad. Yeah, Kelce took a picture with a cop right after the shooting. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, but it was all synced up with Taylor Swift.
It is packed with, as Alex said, about 100,000 people have descended upon downtown.
And these World Series parades are such a wonderful tradition to culminate a season that was exactly what fans had hoped it would be. And, of course, we talked way back in March with this Dodger team. This team was built to win a championship. But then, of course, came all of the injuries, and they had to overcome all of the adversity. They get into the postseason pretty much out of starting pitching at that point, but their terrific bullpen was able to overcome that, and we saw this team go into the series against the Yankees that a lot of people thought was going to be evenly matched. And guess what? The Yankees finished off the Pinstripers in 5 games, and here they are today about to begin this wonderful journey. The parade beginning downtown at Grant Park and going, as you mentioned, about 45 minutes all the way here to Dodger Stadium. We're right behind us. Right behind us over home plate. Cool. It will be set up right there and be enjoying the end of the parade with a great full Dodger Stadium here. And guys, parades are nothing new in baseball. They're almost as old as the game itself. The first championship parade was 1905 in Philadelphia. So here we are, almost 120 years later, and we're going to have one right here in Dodger Stadium. So well deserved.
Just tuning in, we are in the broadcast booth where you would usually see Joe Davis and Oral Hershiser, but we're lucky to be taking their spots today for this very special celebration, and we're very grateful to be here for that. So the parade's starting a few minutes late. Right now, the buses were supposed to be at City Hall. It's clear they're a little bit behind schedule, but not a huge surprise by that. But it looks like the players are on those buses and ready to go. And we see them decked out. And Yamava, which seems to sponsor pretty much everything in Southern California, sponsoring this as well, as we see them on the buses. And you know, we've seen, Marla, all these players, many of them are fathers with very cute young kids.
Oh, so many of them.
And so this is a day for them not only to celebrate as a team, but to celebrate as a family as well.
Yeah, and of course, when you say that, I think of Freddie Freeman, of course, given what he went through with his young son, Max, who we're so happy to report is okay. It's hard to get a look at exactly who from this vantage point, but yes, the buses are there. They are ready to roll into downtown Los Angeles, and the players were all saying going into this, I want to see that downtown Los Angeles packed with people, and I think their wish will come true. I think they will not be disappointed. Is that Walker Buehler on the left there, on the far left? He was sort of the unsung hero of the series when he pitched that final inning in the bottom of the 9th. That was quite something, so I'm not sure if that's him. It looked like him from this vantage point for a moment there, Kyle.
So many different different heroes that had a part in this World Championship, and we're going to see a lot of them today. And one thing I really love about this parade is, as Alex alluded to, it's a family affair. The players bring their spouses, they bring their children, and they're celebrating with families. And this is the part of the game that you don't always see when it comes to Major League Baseball. You see the players on the field, but now you get to see them more humanized with their families and celebrating today.
And Kyle, the last time we did a parade like this, it was when the Rams won the Super Bowl, and the amount of alcohol that was consumed by the Rams.
The amount of alcohol that was consumed by Matthew Stafford
was unbelievable.
Oh, that's right.
It will be interesting to see if this is a more family-friendly affair or if it is as much of a drinking fest as we saw for that.
I wonder if they ever going to mention that today, the day of the dead. That will be something else.
Outside Dodger Stadium, and that is so that the players have a safe ride home.
Nice.
So if they do imbibe a little too much, which, hey, you can't blame them. You know, they just clinched their 8th World Series title. It had been a long time coming. They've been looking forward to this. They will have a safe ride home. So the buses, they are on the move right now. And let's also remember, as we're looking live from Skyfox, what today is. Today is November the 1st, which would have been Fernando Valenzuela's 64th birthday. And you know, although they're partying and they're celebrating, you know that they're thinking of Fernando and his family, of course. Many of them will be here today. I've seen so many. Look at the fans lining the street there. They're so excited to be so close to the boys in blue. But yes, lots of number 34, Alex, on the minds of fans today.
And we think of Fernando Valenzuela also where we're sitting, Kyle, because Fernando for so many years was a broadcaster for the Dodgers in Spanish language in these very broadcast booths watching the games.
I met him in the
so many times.
It's really quite remarkable. We sadly lost Fernando recently, and to have the Dodgers come through the way they did, and for us here to be having a parade and a celebration on what would have been his 64th birthday. And so many of the fans that we've spoken to, and so many of our reporters have spoken to fans along the parade route today, they've voluntarily said that this is for Fernando, and we're celebrating Fernando today, while of course celebrating this great Dodgers championship, the 8th in franchise history. And here come the boys.
Yeah, there they are. You know who we haven't mentioned today is Mookie Betts. And I bring him up because he is the only current active position player to have 3 World Series rings right now. Of course, he won one with the Red Sox in 2018, and then, of course, in 2020, and now in 2024. So what a man he is, Mr. Mookie Betts, and he is beloved by the crowd behind us.
What a start to the career for Mookie Betts. I mean, he started with the Boston Red Sox organization back in 2014, and as you mentioned, won the World Series with them in 2018, and then in 2020 is when the Dodgers signed him to that very long contract. I mean, he's locked up for 12 years, that massive $325 million contract. So Mookie Betts is going to be around a long time. We're very happy about that, and of course, as you mentioned, winning his 3rd ring in the series.
And the Dodgers have 3 former MVPs at the top of their order: Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, and Freddie Freeman. And you think of this season, which really started off with Mookie on a historic tear, and a lot of people were talking about him potentially being the MVP. Then he got hurt. We saw what Shohei Ohtani did all season, and he, of course, will win the MVP. Freddie Freeman, kind of an afterthought because of those two's dominant performance, and then Freddie Freeman ends up as the World Series MVP. All 3 of them having their moments this season as we're starting to look.
I think it may have been Teoscar on the right there.
And that's somebody who we don't know if he's going to be back next year.
I know, in free agency, but he made it clear the other night after they won. He was asked about that. He said, if it's up to me, I want to stay right here and be a Los Angeles Dodger.
Teoscar Hernandez, I think, was one of the great stories on this Dodger team this year. Played in Seattle last year, was hoping to get a multi-year, a big-time contract offer, and it didn't come. And so Teoscar kind of shifted gears and said, all right, well, if I'm not going to get the big multi-year deal, I'm going to go a place that I think I can fit in, and a place that I think I can win a world championship. And he wanted to come to this Dodger organization, so they signed him to a 1-year deal. And what did Teoscar do? Oh, he just decided to go out and have the best season of his entire career.
He proved himself.
Broke his career record for home runs in a season, had the most walks he's ever had in a
last season, which is significant because he really cut down on his strikeouts. He had the second highest strikeout ranking a year ago, so he became a significant part. He was batting at the bottom of this order. Suddenly he was batting clean up in this order. Teoscar Hernandez made himself a lot of money this year, also hitting a grand slam in the postseason, and now Teoscar Hernandez hopefully in the driver's seat to receive that big contract offer. Let's hope it's from the Los Angeles Dodgers.
What a cool shot on the 110 freeway, which is shut down right now for these Dodger players, and we see people lining the streets there, cheering them on as well, which is such a cool sight for the entire city. And you think about Teoscar Hernandez, and there's a whole group of Dodgers that were on the team this year that were not on the team last year. And the last few years, the Dodgers have come up short. They didn't have that toughness in the playoffs. It was so disappointing for our fans. You think about Teoscar Hernandez was an addition. Tommy Edman was an addition. Jack Flaherty, a late addition. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, an addition. And, of course, Shohei Ohtani. And all of those guys playing really important roles at key moments in putting the Dodgers over the top, which they were not able to get there. And we saw that team, Marla. One of the things that was so great about this Dodger team was how resilient they were. And every time it seemed like they were going to be counted out, the next man up delivered.
They're the ultimate team in that one of the big storylines going into Yankees versus Dodgers, of course, was Shohei Ohtani versus Aaron Judge. Yeah. And we saw how that played out. Going into Game 5, both Judge and Ohtani were 2 for 15. And even without the $700 million man, they clinched the World Series. That's because their bench is that deep. That's because Edman stepped up, Teoscar Hernandez stepped up, Mookie Betts stepped up, everybody stepped up.
Hey, there's your guy, Kike Hernandez.
Speaking of stepping up in the playoffs, Kyler, talk about he's a whole different guy.
Yeah, we call him Playoff Kike because somehow, some way, when we hit the month of October, he turns into a different player. He's a career 220 hitter, but in the postseason, he's a career 280 hitter. He's hit 15 home runs in the postseason. And once again, the Dodgers knew that that's the kind of guy they wanted to go out and get, bring him onto this team and have him ready for the postseason. And he earned himself a starting role in the postseason on this team, and he delivered once again. So the question is, will Kike Hernandez be on this team next year? We'll see. He's a free agent, but he's a fan favorite. They love him here, and he just seems to deliver when it's most important.
And the key question, will he give any profanity on the mic today?
Yeah.
As we know, he's a fan of that. And it'll be interesting to see. There we see Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, there
we
he
see
is.
Will Smith there, and some of the players. It looks like Tommy Edman is seated there, and you see them there with their loved ones as well.
And what a great story Tommy Edman is. Picked him up at the trade deadline, and he's a kid from La Jolla Country Day, and came onto this team, and he just decided to be the most valuable player of the National League Championship Series. So you have all of these guys that contributed their little ingredient to this winning formula, no doubt about it.
Yeah, of course, Game 5, we're talking about free agents here. Game 5 was started by Jack Flaherty. He really stepped up on Game 1, not so much on Game 5.
Tough Game 5.
Yeah, unfortunately, but there was Walker Buehler to close it out, which was also remarkable because he's known usually as a starting pitcher, but he was so ace and so clutch at the end of Game 5.
You mentioned Jack Flaherty. There's a big question mark right there. Got him at the trade deadline, and it was a great pickup. But will Jack Flaherty be a part of this team next year? He's now a free agent, and we know how many pitchers that the Dodgers have on the shelf right now. It's not that the Dodgers don't have pitching. It's just that they're all injured. So there were so few of them available to this team, and that's why it's almost miraculous that somehow, some way, Dave Roberts was able to navigate through all of those injuries and use his bullpen in order to get the results that he had hoped for.
And that is one of the things we'll be reminded of, Kyle, as we look at the players on this bus, is all the players who didn't play, who are injured. And there we see Mookie Betts and his wife Brianna and his daughter there as well. I think his mother is there with him, which is such a cool fan for the entire Betts family. Mookie is such a great guy. He was the Dodgers nominee for the Roberto Clemente Award for his work in the community. He's very dedicated to the Dodgers Foundation, to his foundation, and his wife Brianna is a big part of that.
You know what's amazing? Why they don't have parades for, this is going to sound corny, but why they don't have parades for like doctors and lawyers and firefighters? These are the people that get praised. The people who play rigged sports. Look how much people came out to see these guys. These guys are pieces of, you know what, POSs. We should be having parades for the people who save lives. But these are the people who get praised in this country and all over the world. The athletes. I know that sounds corny, but I'm just thinking about that. Like, damn, look at all these people coming out to watch Mookie Betts and Ohtani. Like, what the fuck? What have they ever done for you?
He was okay with that. He'll play where you put him, and he plays well wherever you put him.
It's a great point you bring up, Marla. You know, Andrew Friedman, before they went out and got Shohei, they went to Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, and these two guys are superstars at the highest level. And he said, I just want to make sure you guys are going to be okay with us going out and getting a guy like Shohei, who obviously commands an awful lot of attention. And both of them just said, do whatever it takes to win.
Absolutely.
You know, and those are the kind of players you need on your team.
Whatever's better for the team.
It seems like there's an interesting dynamic going on, Kyle, compared to that Rams parade, because everybody's got a lot of them have their wife and kid, and some places their mother right there. We don't see the excessive drinking in the obnoxious way that we were seeing at the Rams, at least not yet.
We're 13 minutes into it.
Maybe that'll start a little bit later. It seems like people are on their best behavior so far.
We have yet to see the bottle of Jose Cuervo, or I think actually Stafford was drinking the 1942, so he had the good stuff.
And there's a live look at LA Mayor Karen Bass. She is going to officially kick off the parade once it gets officially started again. It's starting at First and Grand in downtown Los Angeles, right outside City Hall. And we've seen City Hall. If you didn't get a chance to see it last night, hopefully you get to peek it tonight. It's gorgeous because it's lit up in blue.
And when we just saw Karen Bass, she was there with her grandsons, who are both big LA sports fans. Bass says one of the best parts of this job has been going to sports games with her grandsons. We saw her here for game 2, and we talked to her when she was in the crowd here, and it's been a real thrill for her to be able to experience that with them. It looks like we see some of the other
I think I saw
players.
Gavin Lux is over to the left. You see Miguel Rojas there with the cigar. Miguel Rojas, by the way, the team has an option for him for next year, a $5 million option. He has had one of his best seasons, batted .289 this year for the Dodgers during the regular season, played a great shortstop. Unfortunately, was injured at the end of the year, so we did not see him in the World Series. But what an asset he was to this team. I think an unexpected asset. And Dave Roberts praised Miguel Rojas all season long for the kind of player he was on the field and in the clubhouse as well.
Yeah, and in just that shot when we were seeing it, Rojas front and center, we also saw Clayton Kershaw. He was still seated. There's Teoscar.
There he is.
There he is. There he is. Throwing some peace signs out.
And that's got to be Tyler Glass now behind him because of how tall he is.
6'7",
even though we can't see his face. But Teoscar, I mean, how do you not love Teoscar Hernandez with the attitude he brings every day to the ballpark? The way he was teaching Shohei a little Spanish back in spring training. The way he went out there and became the first Dodger to win the home run derby. Everything Teoscar touched this year turned to gold.
And there is Mr. Clayton Kershaw talking about the players who are hurt. He is one of them. But he is expected, Alex, to come back next year.
Well, if we remember last year, Clayton Kershaw had one of his worst outings ever in the playoffs. It is a big reason why the Dodgers were knocked out of the playoffs. And it was so ugly that I think that was a big reason why Clayton Kershaw came back, because he didn't want to end like that. He comes back, got hurt again, was able to win the championship this year, but I think he still wants to be able to pitch again next year. He says he'll be back, and likely will be back as a Los Angeles Dodger.
Clayton Kershaw has a player option for $10 million, loaded with incentives as well. So he has already said, I want to come back and give it another go. So we'll see what that looks like. But boy, you talk about a guy that's now won 2 world championships. Unfortunately, one of them was during the pandemic, and then the second one he didn't really get to take part in the postseason. But it will be interesting to see if over the course of the offseason, Clayton Kershaw still has that passion to come back and play another season.
Well, we were just talking about Shohei Ohtani, and you know what's remarkable to think about is that he hasn't actually thrown a pitch as a Dodger. You know, he was brought on to be a pitcher, and then what did he do this past season? He became the inductee, the very first 50-50 club, and what he finished the season, if I'm not mistaken, with 54 home runs.
And 59 stolen bases, exactly right.
Yeah, and we saw that last attempt at stolen base, what that did for him. last Saturday with his partially dislocated shoulder. That obviously we saw that play out in Game 5. He was having a hard time swinging the bat.
Yeah, and somewhat unfortunate that fans did not get to see the Shohei Ohtani that we got to see on a daily basis here at Dodger Stadium. But you know what? Won it anyway, and they carried him a little bit in the postseason into the World Series, and in the future, certainly he will carry the team.
All right, we're going to pause for just 30 seconds for a word from our sponsor.
Yeah, Ohtani with 54 home runs this season, the big baseball number, baseball 54, MLB 54 outs in a complete game. Oh, my gosh. What else you said about Ohtani? I forgot. Yeah, MLB is also 54. Like Jesuit order. Look at this. The whole city's out there. We have no idea what they're supporting.
From Sky Fox, that is Grand Park, and a number of thousands of people have packed the area waiting for the Dodgers, the Los Angeles World Champions there, and they are on these double-decker buses. This parade slated to start officially at 11 o'clock, but what does it matter at this point? People called out sick, people are staying home from school. They're not looking at what time it is. They just want to see their favorite Dodgers players.
Sea of people, more than 100,000 fans expected to crowd through downtown Los Angeles, and that is a spectacular sight of all these people reveling in another.
Yeah, remember Takeoff, the rapper, he died on November 1st. He died in Houston right before the Astros won the World Series. Then the Astros ended up winning the World Series on November 5th on the anniversary of the Travis Scott tragedy. And then we learned that from the release of the Astro World album to that game on November 5th was their 666th game since the release of the Astro World album. So that's why the Astros won the World Series that year. It was a big tribute to that Astro World tragedy that killed a bunch of people. I would just hate that, right now I'm covering this parade, but I would just hate for something to happen to one of these fans. But we've seen this pattern a lot. They love to target parades. That's the sick part about all this shit, man. Not only do they kill celebrities, they kill players, but like you guys saw in the Kansas City Chiefs parade, they kill regular people as well. And they killed the woman on Taylor Swift's 64th Day of Rage, and her name equals 64 like Kansas City Chiefs. So, and speaking of 64, today is Fernando Valenzuela's 64th birthday, right? This stuff is sick, man. I don't understand, man, why people don't really care that much about it.
Ending near 5th and Flower, and this is the Dodgers' first championship parade since '88, but the second championship in the last 5 years after the Dodgers won the title in 2020 during the pandemic. And you remember there was not a parade back then, so this is really exciting for so many people who wanted to see it back then. Now, Dodgers manager Dave Roberts, MVP Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, Will Smith, Tommy Edman, Shohei Ohtani, Kike Hernandez, Yamamoto, and all of their family members are celebrating here. An amazing team that really worked hard and deserves this celebration. The championship came in a season when the Dodgers went through a lot. Dozens of players on the injury list, but they had the best record and clawed their way to the top, winning their 8th championship title. So let me talk to some fans here who are watching this all happen. This guy's shouting for Walker Buehler. How is it?
Walker Buehler is my favorite player.
Yeah, how How is it seeing them here up and close?
It's magical, man. I couldn't imagine being anywhere else.
And walk me through what you're seeing. I mean, they're here with their family members. Everybody is just so full of joy. You can tell their family is proud as well.
Yeah, I'm super proud of the team. I'm glad they have this moment. We were robbed in 2020 because of COVID, but 2024 we back, baby. Go Dodgers.
All right, very good. And the streets here are packed. Obviously, they were expecting around 100,000 people in attendance to watch these buses make their way about 1.2 miles through the streets of downtown LA. And again, the mayor is getting ready to talk here momentarily. We are just, you can feel the excitement and the energy. There's so many kids. There's fans of all ages. And we heard from some people who were here in 88, and more than 30 years later, they're back to celebrate with the boys in blue.
This is Dodger Nation!
So exciting. What's this like for you?
Oh my God, this is just like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Celebrate peacefully. Have a great day, LA. Let's go, Dodgers!
This is what we stand for. This is what we're... MVP. I haven't seen our MVP.
Freddie Freeman, where is that?
That's what I'm looking for. Freddie, I love you. Manda, I love you. I'm just so excited to be here. Woo! I love you guys at home.
All right, so many of these fans watching the World Series. How was it watching the World Series?
Oh, it was the best. Fuck, the best, man. We had a great time. We had best game. We love Mueller. We love Eric Kike. Let's go Dodgers, baby!
Who are you looking out for? I know we just mentioned that Freddie Freeman, we haven't seen.
Freddie, we're looking for Freddie. We want the man, the beast.
All right. Let's see. How you feeling, sir?
Hey, man, it's amazing to be out here. You know, celebration. You know, we're back at it. Dodgers, man, it's incredible. You know, brought my kid. He's over here. Look at him. Over here, man. You can't, you know.
All right. And we're watching Mayor Bass. You can see she's got her blue gear on. She is with Sheriff Robert Luna, and they are walking down the buses. Are we going to follow the mayor here? Yeah, let's go with the mayor. So you can see she's waving to the Dodgers and their families on the bus there. The sheriff here walking her to where she is set to make that announcement. Now, we can't go too far because we're dialed into the earpiece here, so we don't want to lose our signal. But there she goes, making her way through the buses on the other side of Spring Street here to the steps.
You know, they make it real difficult to confront these people. Look at all the police, all the security that they have. They know that we exist, man. I think that's why they have all these securities, man. They fear that somebody like, I wouldn't say a person from this community. I don't think none of us will ever try to do something to these people, but I think that's what they fear. That's why they have all the security. They fear that somebody that might want to expose them might want to say, you know, well, let's do something to these people. Because they walk around like they hiding something. Like, why you have to walk around with 20 cops? Like, nobody wants to do anything to you unless, you know, you deserve it.
My boy, let's go Dodgers. All right, we've got a Good Day LA viewer. We're live on Good Day LA. Who are you looking for? What's this been like?
Oh, it's crazy. We've been here since 5 in the morning. Trying to get here front row. It's worth it. Here to see Walker Bueller, Beauty Bats, Kershaw, still love you, Kershaw. Yeah.
And there goes the big shot. How exciting. That is just what we've all been waiting for. The energy, you can feel it in the air, right?
Yes, we can. Go Dodgers!
All right, so we're continuing to talk to fans out here. What was that like, that moment you just experienced?
Just amazing. Once in a lifetime shot, you know what I mean? To be here and to celebrate with my team. I'm dying hard. My family's dying hard right here. My nephew, love it.
It's amazing.
Love it.
All right, so there we go. The buses are making their way here from Spring Street, just outside. Again, we're going to head south
Our thanks to Mario Ramirez doing some great work there in the middle. And the parade now, Marla, officially underway.
Yes, we heard some remarks from LA Mayor Karen Bass, basically saying, what a great day it is, let's go Dodgers. And then that kicked off the parade in downtown Los Angeles. We've seen many of the players here as they round the corner here. It's all starting at First and Grand. My favorite so far has been seeing Shohei Ohtani, yes, of course, but he has his dog.
Yeah. Did you all see that?
Yes, I did.
We saw Shohei in one of the buses, and he's got Decopine, also known as Decoy, his now very, very famous dog. And oh, by the way, as soon as the parade got underway, there was a loud roar of the crowd here at Dodger Stadium because all the fans, as the seats are continuing to get filled, they're watching on the big screens here, and they see that the parade's underway, so they know it's coming real soon. And once again, we saw Teoscar Hernandez there, and there is the Commissioner's Trophy.
And there's
Dave Roberts in the front with the big cigar. Dave Roberts. And you know what? Took a lot of criticism the last several years, and he pushed a lot of the right buttons this year. So let's give Dave Roberts his flowers. Now a two-time world champion as a manager, also one time as a player. And there's Teoscar Hernandez, one of the class favorites as well.
Well, and you think about it, Kyle, because if the Dodgers would have lost to the Padres, which they were very close to doing, there would have been very loud chants from Dodger fans to fire Dave Roberts.
Whether that is justified,
they make through it. Whether it was justified or not.
Whether it's justified or not.
But instead, he's now the hero and he's world champion.
And Dave actually said that. He said, I was preparing for the worst. If I knew if we lost one of those games, I was likely done as the Dodger manager. And guess what? All of a sudden now we're calling him the best manager in the league for the kind of things that he did. And again, pushing a lot of the right buttons and helping the Dodgers win this championship.
What a great shot this is. The escorts being provided to the boys in blue. Teoscar Hernandez saying hello to his fans down below. And this one here is just spraying the crowd with some, probably some Budweiser, it looks like. We saw a lot of the champagne flowing in the locker rooms after the victory, and now they're having a few beers, tipping it back on this Friday morning, 11:30. The parade now officially underway. It's going to go by quickly. I mean, obviously they take it slow because it's just over a mile-long route. Look at all of those.
Yeah, it's so cool, right? When the buses start to show up and they turn a corner and the fans see the bus coming, and then the crowd goes nuts, and then you have the interaction between the players and the fans. We saw an exchanging of hats earlier. You see many of the people in the crowd are getting sprayed by the champagne and the beer that the guys are enjoying, so they're very much a part of this parade.
Yes, they are. And the LA sign, of course, the classic LA sign being shown there. This is supposed to last for about 45 minutes. They're running a little bit behind schedule, but the fans here at Dodger Stadium, they are awaiting the players to arrive here, and that is just such a great shot. I've counted at least 5 double-decker buses, Alex.
Yeah, and a reminder of just how beloved the Dodgers are in this community. And with respect to the LA Rams, who for many decades were not in Southern California and just don't have the same fan base, the differential in the number of people that are out for this parade compared to the Rams parade a couple years ago is very dramatic. The LA is, Dodgers and Lakers 1A, and the amount of Dodger fans in this city is well represented here right now.
Let's go to Coco McAvoy. She's lit live with all those Dodger fans in downtown LA. Coco.
Good morning. We are on the other side of Grand Park with a lot of fans as well who are so excited to be here for the parade. Look at the babies. How excited are you to be here?
Hopefully not once in a lifetime, but very excited to be here. Can you say, let's go Dodger?
Let's go Dodgers.
Yeah.
Right, good job. And look at this beautiful baby. How happy are you to be here?
Oh, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. It is amazing. Hopefully not the last.
Yes.
Not the last.
Oh my goodness. So happy to run into you all with your beautiful babies as well. People are so excited to be here, and a lot of people started making their way down the street because they wanted to follow the bus as well. That's right.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. We the champs. We the champs. Let's go, baby.
the crowds out here. The energy has been electric since 5 o'clock this morning. People came here early because they
All the way. We're taking it next year as well. That's right.
I like that. We're taking it next year as well, too. People are so excited. Baby, no city like ours. Let's go. No city like ours. Everybody's celebrating, having a good time. We are here in downtown LA after the parade. Everyone's having a great time. Thousands of people here. I will send it back to you as we all keep cheering.
LA in the house. Repeat next year. Repeat. MVP. Otani, baby. Hey, I'm in school.
Imagine trying to educate these type of people.
Yes, that's right. Mrs. School.
Let's go.
Let them chant your name on the championship parade.
All right, that was Coco McAvoy reporting live among the fans in downtown Los Angeles. We want to just take a quick 30-second break to allow our sponsors to give you this message.
Nothing feels as good as driving a new Hyundai. And now you can get a great deal on your favorite model at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Plus, every Hyundai is backed by America's best warranty. Hurry to the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event before this offer ends. Make your next getaway your best one yet. Drive away now in the Santa Fe with 1.99% APR for 72 months. Only during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
And we continue here live. The boys in blue now passing the Disney Concert Hall in downtown LA, which is such a picturesque Frank Gehry creation. That's such a signature part of the LA skyline. And what a great sight to see all that Dodger blue in front of it as they move past it. Of course, that building was not there back in 1988, the last time the Dodgers had a parade. And of course, it's such an important part of the city now. The Dodgers are on the move. You can see the throngs of people, an estimated potentially 100,000 people there to cheer them on, and the players seem to be having a great time. Kyle, we just saw some of the relievers that we just saw there, and how good was that Dodgers bullpen? Really the MVP of this season in the postseason, in addition to Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, we saw Alex Vesia there on one of the buses, and he had a bit spectacular season in postseason. Clayton Kershaw having a fun time with the crowd there. Will we see Clayton Kershaw next season in a Dodger uniform once again? He certainly hopes so, and he's expressed his interest in coming back. And we want to say to all of you at home watching us here on Fox 11, we welcome you to our continuing coverage of the Dodgers Championship Parade. You're listening to the voices of Alex Michelson, Marla Tejas, and yours truly, Kyle.
This just in, 2 people were shot at the Los Angeles parade. 1 is critically injured.
Through the playoffs with the Dodgers and right through the World Series at Yankee Stadium. And now here we are, and we are perched high above the fields here at Dodger Stadium. We're about 10 minutes into this parade route now, so we anticipate probably in about 35 to 40 minutes from now, it's all going to be coming right to us here at Dodger Stadium, and we'll have the celebration right behind us. But guys, no matter how many times you see a championship parade, and you know, it hasn't happened in a while for the Dodgers, unfortunately, but you see this celebration and the culmination of a championship season and the way fans and players are coming together to celebrate. This is such a special day, a unique day, and one that all of us here witnessing this today are going to remember for a long time.
Yeah, the shot is so great right in front of the Disney Concert Hall, and you just saw the confetti shower that one of the buses enjoyed. The players just loving every moment of this. They remarked after they won their 8th title, they just couldn't wait for the parade, encouraged all the fans to come out, and they have certainly come out in force today. About 100,000 people are expected to be in downtown Los Angeles lining the parade route. Kyle, you mentioned this is supposed to go for about 45 minutes, and then officially around 12:15, although they are running a little behind schedule, the boys will be here at Dodger Stadium for a ticketed celebration, and we are looking forward to that. Now, Alex, you mentioned sort of what a sports town this is. You mentioned the Lakers. I'm not sure if you saw, maybe some of our viewers did, that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar put out a message that the Dodgers shared, and I loved his sentiment because he said he was so happy to see the Dodgers beat the Yankees, and he said it's almost as good as when the Lakers beat the Celtics. Almost, but not quite.
Well, and you think about the one person that brings all of that together is Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's old teammate, who is now a co-owner of the Dodger. He just won his 15th ring.
He needs more fingers.
He had 10 rings with the Lakers as both a player and an owner. Has won now his second ring as a Dodger co-owner, won a ring as an LAFC co-owner, and won a ring as a Sparks co-owner. So Magic Johnson, we'll see if he's there. We saw.
You guys heard the joke with Marlon Wayans? He was saying, what type of AIDS does Magic Johnson have? Is it financial aid? Because he seems to he got a lot richer after he came out and told people he had AIDS. Only person that lives 40 years with AIDS and gets richer. He got financial aid. Yeah, he has $1.2 billion, 65 years old. Think about the amount of people that have died since he came out and told people that he had AIDS until now. How many people have died before him? I said, they said that AIDS was such a deadly virus, right? Such a deadly disease.
Johnson there on the bus, enjoying the celebration, taking it all in. And there's Gavin Lux right there, front and center, with his phone out, recording all of the folks going by. What a day. What a celebration this is.
Yeah, this is a piece, as we go past the Broad Art Museum, this picture could be a piece of art that hangs on the wall for Southern California. What a cool shot. We saw Jack Flaherty there dancing as well at this big homecoming moment. Marla, somebody who dreamed about this moment as a little kid in the San Fernando Valley, used to pitch with a Dodger jersey on, and now his dream is coming true.
Yeah, I mean, talk about full circle, and, you know, you just had the wonderful opportunity to spend a little time with Jack Flaherty before the series kicked off, and he is right now sponsoring a smoothie. If you buy a smoothie at an Erewhon, the proceeds go to the Tyler Skaggs Foundation. He was great friends with the late Angels player. So Jack Flaherty, yes, Tyler Skaggs, and he is just doing great humanitarian work, as many of these Dodgers do, and you know, that's another element to this team. We talk about how unselfish they are, and then they also do such great humanitarian philanthropy outside of playing baseball.
And nobody more so than Clayton Kershaw, who has been the MLB Man of the Year for that work in the past. Bob DeCastro.
Just incredible, aren't they? Just watching,
we love this.
Watching the buses go through the crowds, the confetti get shot. It's amazing.
Bob DeCastro, take it away here at Dodger Stadium.
It's been such a privilege and an honor to be with all of these Dodger fans in New York City. Now back here celebrating at home, back here at Dodger Stadium. This is the line that is for the merch line, and it is an endless line. I've been talking to my friend over here. Give me your name.
Katrina.
Katrina, and you told me you are the biggest Dodger fan.
A huge Dodger fan my whole life. I was born because of Fernando Mania.
Yeah, let me show you your tats here, because you are a Southern California girl and you have the Dodgers, you got SC there, and you told your bosses today was the day. It's not going to happen. You're not going to come.
I'm coming in today. I'm going to be with my Dodger family.
Let's talk to some other folks here. Oh my gosh, they're all like, let me talk to you all here. And where are you from, sir?
From Palmdale.
Palmdale. So you came out. Are you a season ticket holder, or were you just lucky enough to get a ticket?
I was lucky enough to have friends to get me tickets. Right here.
You gotta have friends in good places.
You guys notice how Fernando Mania is 115, like how the Dodgers finished 11-5 in the postseason? He won 141 games. Oh my gosh. And then the Dodgers win the World Series in their 141st season. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you see, that's what I'm saying. If this guy would have died before the playoffs, this would have been easier for us to see. So look at that. He played 141 games. He won 141 games with the Dodgers. And the Dodgers win the World Series in their 141st season. Of course, baseball equals 141. And Fernando Mania equals 115. The Dodgers go 11-5 in that season, in the postseason.
Talking about more than 30 years since this has happened, right? So you must be like, finally, right?
In '88, I was 1 year old. So this is my second time it happens. It's our first parade that actually we get in LA. So this is what we're hoping for.
And this is your son right here?
This is my son. This is our
What's your name?
Jacob.
This is also your kid?
They're on the same team. They're on the travel ball team together. Yes, sir. It's a family affair.
So what does it mean to you to have your son here, knowing that you are...
This is a historic moment that I hope he remembers for the rest of his life. And hopefully it won't be his last time. No. It definitely won't be his last time.
We got a dynasty now, so I feel like it's coming here, right?
Go Dodgers!
I got you ladies over here. Gosh, you're looking so good. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too. Where are you from?
San Diego.
So you're San Diego.
I'm in San Diego, but born and raised in LA. There's my mama.
So you went down to San Diego and you did not become that Padres fan?
No. True Dodgers fan. True Dodgers fan.
So we have this generational thing here going on, right? Is that you taught her to be a Dodger fan, or what happened?
I've been bringing them when they were 5.
You had 5?
Yes, I used to climb that huge stairway. And it was awesome. And we're still here.
Yes. And when did you become a Dodger fan? Early on? Forever.
When I was 20.
Yes.
And that's a long time.
You look good. So what are you looking forward to most today? What are you looking forward to?
So my son's autistic, but he's been supporting the Dodgers since he was born. So he's really excited. He's learned the game, watched all the games, supported Freeman, Otani, and he's just...
Yes, Freeman.
So I'm creating core memories for my babies, just like my mama did.
Looking handsome in that jersey, too. I love the generational thing.
Dodgers!
We need to save Los Angeles. These people have no clue, man.
His very first game, he was only 5 weeks old. It was Vin Scully's last game, was his first game at Dodger Stadium 8 years ago.
Wow. And let me see. What's your name?
Andy.
Andy, let me see your jersey here, Andy. Who you got?
That's another reason they won their 8th championship. They won their 8th championship 8 years after Vin Scully called his last game with the Dodgers. Look at that.
Celebrating our team.
Yeah. Where are you from?
From New York, but now Dodger fan.
How does that happen?
All the way. 30 years in LA. Dodger fan, raising Dodger fans.
There you go.
Sheep raising sheep.
All right, here on the line, getting some merch here. You're getting some merch?
We're getting some merch.
Yeah. What's going to be part of the wardrobe now? What are you looking for?
World Series 2024.
Hats, shirts.
I hope they have enough here. This line's been long.
I know. We're making line from all the way from the back, so we're hoping to get some tonight. He's going to get whatever he wants.
And what are you looking forward here to the most? When
the players talking about the World Series, so we'll look into that. So
compare this to going to an actual game, because it does have kind of a game-like atmosphere. We don't have an opposing team here, right?
That makes it better.
Dodger fans here.
Yeah, everybody's just rooting for the Dodgers, so we love it.
Yes. And you guys just took the day off of work today, or how was that?
Yeah, my boss.
You did not, did you?
I did.
They know now. Hey, they're Dodger fans too, so they understand. They understand. I'm with you. And you took the day off, you said so, right?
Yeah, I took the day off. My boss knows. So, hi, Steven. I'm over here. You know I'm over here. Dodgers, let's go!
I'm the biggest Dodger fan.
Okay, you are the biggest. Are you sure you're the biggest Dodger fan?
Yeah.
Yeah? How old are you?
11.
Where are you from?
Orange County.
Orange County. And what's your name?
Blake.
Okay, Blake. And so, Blake, tell me about your being the biggest Dodger fan. What are you looking forward to the most here, just being here in Dodger Stadium for this moment?
To rub it in my family's face because they're all Giants fans.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty big Dodger. This is Mom over here. Did he grow up being a Dodger fan?
Yes, actually, my husband and older son are the biggest Giants fans, and he picked the Dodgers.
How does this happen?
My dad, but his uncle is a big Dodger fan too. And so he's been a Dodger fan through all the years, getting hounded about how the Giants won in 2010, 2012, 2014, and in 2020 they still wouldn't really give it to him, but now they didn't come today.
They gotta give it to him. But you took him here. Well, I imagine you're a Dodger fan too.
I'm kind of
don't say that here.
I like Major League Baseball.
Okay.
We live at the baseball field. He's a really good baseball player himself and a catcher, and so we love baseball.
Love baseball.
His little sister lives at the field.
Okay, great. Wonderful. Thanks for talking to us.
Yeah, thank
I really
you.
think I'll talk to the gentleman over here.
You guys notice how Kobe Bryant's last game came 172 days before Vince Scully's final game as a broadcaster. And, of course, at Mariam de Gloriam, which is the Jesuit motto, which means for the greater glory of God, equates to 172 in Gematria. Kobe's last game was on April 13th. Vince Scully's last game calling, the last game he called as a broadcaster was on October 2nd. 172 days apart. Nice little Jesuit ritual. And then 8 years later, the Dodgers pick up their 8th championship in tribute to both of those guys. Look at that.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. A couple of the Dodgers there choosing not to wear the championship shirts.
Who needs a shirt? Who needs a T-shirt?
You put in that much work, I guess you don't need one.
Exactly right. It's great to see the fans here. They're excited about the parade being on its way. This stadium is nearing capacity now as the seats continue to get filled, and they're watching on the jumbotrons the parade route. And as it gets closer, they're getting louder and louder, and that's where we are going to be as the parade approaches Dodger Stadium. We're going to pause for just 30 seconds so we can have a word from our sponsor.
Accidents happen, and when they do, every second counts. Whether you've been involved in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident, waiting to reach out to my winning team of attorneys could be a costly decision. Evidence fades, memories dim, and vital details slip away. Your case deserves immediate attention. Don't navigate the legal maze alone. At Sweet James, we're here for you. Let us fight for the justice you deserve. Time is ticking, and so is the strength of your case. Call now for a free consultation. Your future depends on it.
We continued our coverage of the Dodgers Victory Parade happening right now through the streets of downtown Los Angeles. The players feeling the love of LA. Can we listen in and listen to some of the crowd for a second? So much fun there. You see there, Banda, one of the relievers there, who was known for wearing a clown mask after all the clinches and has a fair amount of tattoos, showcasing those tattoos again and cheering the crowd. And
well, you know the best way to not get champagne and beer on your shirt is to
not
wear a shirt at all.
Yeah. And of course, that's Kike Hernandez alongside him, and the crowd is just loving every single minute of it. It's going to go by so quickly, though, for all the fans because it's just over a mile long, but they take their time, they stop and they wave, and I do love seeing the family atmosphere, though, with the wives and the children and parents on the buses, too. I mean, what a moment for them, and this is something that they've worked their entire lives for. This is why they get into it. This is what they hope for. And by the way, can I just say this, that the Dodgers spring schedule starts on February 20th? Oh. Let's look ahead.
It'll be here before we know it.
Yeah, they're going against the Chicago Cubs at Camelback Ranch, of course, for spring training in Arizona. And these fans, they already can't wait for next season, no doubt about it. I mean, it's just a packed house.
And let's not forget they're going to open up the season next year in Japan.
Oh, that is
against
right.
those same Chicago Cubs, so that'll be very exciting. We know that the kind of ratings they had in Japan during the World Series and the NLDS and NLCS, the highest ratings in the country's history for Major League Baseball, and obviously that has a lot to do with Shohei Ohtani.
I think we should send you to Japan, don't you?
I love that idea. From your lips to our general manager's ears.
Money and send you on a nice trip.
Indeed, we certainly are. I certainly expect to be there one way or the other. Yeah. And guys, we reflect a moment as we watch these buses roll down the street on how cool is it that we are covering a live breaking news event here that is so joyous, not something that we get to do on a regular basis, to be watching our entire community celebrating, being so happy, just overjoyed by what we witnessed this entire year, and then to celebrate with the community, with the players, with the mayor, with everybody today. This is unity at its finest.
And what a beautiful day it is as well. It looks like now they're kind of parking next to each other. The double-deckers, double-sided right now, so the players can interact with each other, and they're spraying each other. I mean, how fun to sort of let it all out, because it was just such an intense series. And it started off looking really good for the Dodgers. They were up 2-0 over the Yankees early on, and then we saw the turn, and then Game 5 was looking like the Yankees were going to take it. And nope, that fifth inning changed the whole course of this series. And now here they are in downtown, and they are just, it looks like maybe they've come toward the end of it, or there's a little bit of a gridlock here. It looks like in the end, by the way, is at, let me just double check that. It's at Flower and 5th Streets in downtown Los Angeles.
I think they may be at the end of the parade route and then moving their way towards Dodger Stadium, where we are for the big celebration for the folks here.
Hey, let's talk for a moment about the future of this Dodger team. Okay, we celebrate a championship, the 8th championship in franchise history today, and this is great. And there are franchises that wish they had 8 championships, but what about next year and the year after? And one wonderful thing that Andrew Friedman has done, he's locked up the stars. He's locked up Will Smith long-term, Freddie Freeman long-term, Mookie Betts long-term, Shohei Ohtani long-term. So
Yamamoto long-term.
The core of this team is intact.
Is this true? Was there a shooting yesterday at in Florida on a Halloween party? Oh my God, yeah, it was. 2 shot dead and 7 injured in downtown Orlando during Halloween celebrations. So we got 8 people shot, 2 killed. Wow. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, they love to target these big events like that. 2 shot and 7 injured in downtown Orlando during Halloween celebrations. 2 people are dead and at least 7 others are injured after a shooting in downtown Orlando, Florida, in the early hours of Friday morning as thousands enjoyed the city's Halloween celebrations, police said. Police arrested a 17-year-old male on suspicion of carrying out the shooting. No motive has so far been established, and the identities of those killed and injured have not been released, although police said the victims range in age from 18 to 39. Look at this. Chaos. Hopefully we don't see any of that in this parade, but you know, these are the type of things that go on in these big events, man. They like I said earlier, this is Ritual Center. Yeah, this is still a developing story, but it seems very ritualistic already. Let's see, Florida governor Ron DeSantis, Mr. Ron DeSantis, September 14th. "47 days after his birthday." Wow. We saw a lot of Halloween rituals yesterday in sports, so this is no surprise. Again, the First Church of Satan was founded on October 31st, 1999. So yesterday was the 25th year anniversary. And, of course, death is 25. R.I.P. is 25. Yeah, I'll do some more research on this. But, yeah. It's crazy. Crazy stuff.
And Skyfox, thank you so much. We'll check back in with you in a moment. We are very fortunate to be able to present this coverage largely commercial-free because of support from our sponsor. But we want to pause for just 30 seconds for a word from our sponsor who is helping us do this with limited commercial interruption.
You know what makes my firm different? We focus on you. We focus on telling your story, how this accident has impacted your life, your family, and your future. And when we tell your story to the insurance companies, we tell a story that demands action. When you're more than just a case number, that's when real results happen. Results like over $1 billion recovered for our clients and a 98% winning record. At Sweet James, we deliver results that matter because your story is our priority. So if you or a loved one have been hurt in an accident, call now for a free consultation.
And we welcome you back to our continuing coverage of the celebratory parade for the LA Dodgers today. Alex Michelson, Marla Tejas, and Kyle Kraska bringing you this wonderful, wonderful day in which we are all celebrating. We continue to see inside the buses, and we've seen a number of players. We've seen Shohei Ohtani with Jacobina's dog. We've seen Mookie Betts. We've seen Dave Roberts. We've seen Magic Johnson. Some folks we haven't seen yet. I don't think we've seen Freddie Freeman.
No, good point. We haven't seen number 5.
Still looking for a Freddie Freeman sighting, so we'll continue to look for him. Saw Gavin Lux earlier, Alex Vesia. I don't think we've seen Blake Trinan yet, so we're still just watching with you at home and very excited very soon to be welcoming the team here to Dodger Stadium.
Freddie Freeman did post on Instagram pictures of him trick-or-treating with his kids last night with the caption, winning World Series MVP one night, trick-or-treating with the kids the next. So what a different world that he went back and forth, but he was able to get home in time to spend time with his kids in his neighborhood.
Freddie Freeman, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, he is, I keep calling this team unselfish. He's one of those unselfish players, and he's a local one as well, of course. He grew up in Fountain Valley, and he gives back to El Medina High School, where he went to high school, and in fact he donated $500,000 and established a beautiful locker room for the players there. He and his dad still go there and they take batting practice, they play catch. It's such a special relationship. I mean, the emotional journey of Freddie Freeman is one to really take hold of, because he lost his mom when he was 10 years old. He's one of 3 boys. His dad did a remarkable job.
Yeah, I don't know where's Rosemary's Baby. He hasn't arrived yet. The guy who sacrificed his mother, Rosemary, 91 days before his birthday.
His dad was just slammed.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing that we really truly love about Freddie.
And if he didn't sacrifice it, because again, I said he was 12. I don't know if he made that decision at 12. If he didn't sacrifice it, now as a grown man, he would have exposed what really happened to his mom. And the fact that he has kept quiet, he's as guilty as whoever made that decision. So.
Grand slam going right over to his dad. Right over to his dad, and then saying afterwards about how he's the one that threw those pitches to me. He's the one that coached me. He's the one that taught me. So this is his moment, not my moment. Imagine the wherewithal to do that after you just hit one of the greatest home runs in baseball history.
It says a lot about what kind of father Fred Freeman was to Freddie Freeman. And now we see what great father Freddie Freeman is to his his 3 sons. We are now in the noon hour of our special parade coverage. We want to officially welcome you if you're just joining us at the top of the hour. Alex Michelson, Marla Tejas, Kyle Kraska here at Dodger Stadium as the buses of Dodger players makes their way to us. We want to check in with Susan Hirasuna in downtown Los Angeles in the middle of that massive crowd and talk about what it was like to have those buses drive past, Susan.
Well, frankly, Alex, it's been frustrating because there were so many people here, so many cell phones. We had trouble with transmission. We had trouble hearing anything and getting any connection whatsoever. To be able to hear you, I can even barely hear you now. But it didn't take long for us to call a couple people over to ask them what their experience was. And I understand that you guys went all the way to City Hall, correct?
We walked all the way to City Hall. We parked down there, walked all the way to City Hall, then chased them down the street.
Chased them?
Yeah, we tried.
Okay, but meantime, the crowd The crowd was like 50 people deep.
So many people, so many people. It was a great time, first time experience during the parade, and I loved it. Hopefully next year.
LA took over the streets. LA took over the streets, and it's been so beautiful. I love the fact that there are so many people here from so many different communities around the greater South Los Angeles area, rather, and greater Southern California. I talked to a guy who was in Italy vacationing, watched the World Series, saw that we won, and got on a plane to come back to Arizona where he lives, and then came out here in order to watch the parade. It's absolutely crazy. How far did you all come?
30 minutes.
Hacienda Heights, half an hour drive.
Hacienda Heights.
But it took us an hour.
You gotta love the little ones. At least they don't cuss. You guys don't cuss either, right? You guys are all good. Okay, very good. No, not at all. Especially not now. So even though the crowd has pretty much moved away from this location, look, it doesn't take long because there's a lot of Dodger love here, is there not? Experience watching the parade, because we were hoping to get some kind of a signal, meant that we were way back here, and the only thing that I could really see was the confetti. There was some confetti that was blasted up. That's all I saw. Meantime, I can't hear you anymore. You don't need to hear us, Susan.
Well, you felt the energy, Susan, and that's what matters. Thank you so much for that. Hopefully those fans can get to a TV or use their Fox local app to watch the coverage from the stadium itself.
Oh.
And this is one of the only times where we're ever going to see. We're doing a Edwards James Olmos behind us right now is singing "Happy Birthday" to Fernando Valenzuela.
Yes.
I don't know if we have a feed of that, but it's part of what will be the celebration here at Dodger Stadium of Fernando and of the team together. And as we watch these buses on the freeway, it may be the only time, Marla, when LA folks are not upset about traffic because they're shutting down roads, but I think people are given a pass for the Dodgers right now because they're so excited to see them.
Yeah, this would be a good escort to see coming up behind you or alongside the freeway there to see your boys in blue as they make their way back to Dodger Stadium. And yes, Alex, I'm glad you pointed out that moment. Quite a moment here as the stadium gets more and more full for the official celebration to start here. Edward James almost just saying happy birthday to number 34, Fernando Valenzuela, and the crowd here certainly loved it. And yes, as we're turning around here, now down, we see this live shot of just the Dodgers fans just loving it. So glad that they made it out this morning. Let's check in with Mario Ramirez. He started out in Grand Park. Mario, where are you now? What's your situation looking like with all those fans?
I will say they're on a bit of a high. All right? I can hear now. They're on a bit of a high from the parade, but they're very excited. Guys, tell me how that experience was watching the parade.
It was fucking unbelievable. Once in a lifetime opportunity.
We apologize for that. We apologize for that language. Let's watch the language, guys. I know. We're live on Good Day LA, so walk me through how you're feeling.
I'm speechless.
Showing Game 5, or they were at least, but coming up when the Dodgers celebration starts, they're going to be showing that here on a few jumbo screens, so these fans won't be missing any of the action. You've got a Fernando Valenzuela shirt on. Do you feel like his memory was here and honored during the parade?
Of course that's here, man. Since back in the day, in the early 80s and shit, he made us proud to be Mexican and be here, you know what I'm saying? Because it was happening to us, you know?
All right, I appreciate that, sir. So, obviously, the crowd is a little rowdy out here, but they're having fun. And again, we do apologize for that language. Obviously, there's some emotions out here, so things get a little crazy, but celebrations nonetheless.
All right. right, Mario Ramirez, thank you so much for that. Looks like a lot of fun still there as the boys right now on the freeway heading towards Dodger Stadium. And Kyle, they will not have the traffic that most of us have when we go to Dodger games.
It must be something if you are on those roads and to see these 6 double-decker buses drive by with all of the Dodger stars. It's quite the sight, and it's one that we expect to see here very shortly at Dodger Stadium. This will be the culmination of the parade, and the celebration will continue. I would say the stadium is about 80 to 85% at capacity at this point, and fans continue to flow in. And we've also heard Mariachi Garibaldi warming up all the way out there in the center field pavilion. So this is going to be a heck of a celebration when it makes its way here. But I'll tell you, all of the fans that we are hearing from all of our reporters that are throughout this parade route, the joy, the excitement, the fun. People just cutting loose today, maybe cut school, maybe cut work.
Yep.
Hopefully their bosses aren't watching them on TV, but maybe their bosses are
maybe they did the
here as
responsible thing
well.
and said,
They're here.
Right?
Yeah, and they were the transparent, said, I'm going to go see the Dodgers.
Yeah,
I'm taking the day off.
This is just the day.
Yeah.
This is the day. We're going to remember this for a long time. November 1st, 2024, the day that we celebrated the 8th World Championship in Dodger history.
Well, they're less than a mile away because we just saw the Dodger Stadium exit their Stadium Way, so they will be here shortly. It's getting louder and louder inside the stadium here. You just said, the fans warming up and all of that. Well, speaking of warming up, Kike Hernandez, he took his shirt off a while ago. Yeah. I've had my World Series scarf on. It's now no need for the scarf. It's getting nice and toasty out here. Just a beautiful, beautiful day for the boys in blue, the World Series champions, their 8th title, and it looks like they're exiting now to get to their home base.
Yeah, they're coming soon because the volume is getting pumped up here at the stadium. Perhaps you can hear the bass behind us, and they're getting the crowd riled up. They're letting them know that the buses are coming soon, and these fans are clapping. They're on their feet,
and signs of get loud. Usually for something like this, they would a team or an event would sort of pre-release a list to the media, at least, of what's coming, so we know what's about to happen. We really don't know what's about to happen. The Dodgers have kept this very tight-lipped. We don't know the order of what's going to happen here. All of this is meant as a surprise for everyone. So it'll be interesting to see who speaks. It'll be interesting to see if there's any special guests. But as we've seen throughout the playoffs, we saw different celebrities incorporated into celebrations. This is LA. We know that Hollywood knows how to put on a show, and we expect that to happen. All right, we want to pay some quick bills. We want to showcase our sponsor for just 30 seconds, and we'll be back on the other side.
What if you never had to worry about what you could do? Because you could do anything. Anywhere could be the center of everywhere. And boundaries only existed to be pushed. So the only limit you faced is how big you could dream. What would you do then? Some pretty cool stuff, I bet. Yeah, that'd be some life. That'd be life unlimited.
You're watching a very special extended version of Good Day LA. I'm Marla Tejas. So good to have you with us alongside Alex Michelson and Kyle Kraska. We are broadcasting live from the historic Dodger Stadium where those Dodgers, those World Series champs are headed right now. They just took the exit from the 110. They're almost to the stadium that they call home. So we can't wait to welcome them here. And we're not alone because this is a packed house, Alex and Kyle, that you, to your point, about 80% of capacity right now. This is a sold-out event, ticketed only for those Dodgers fans. And then, of course, if you're a season ticket holder, you got first dibs when tickets went on sale yesterday at 12. So the boys in blue, they will take the stage behind us. Who knows who's going to speak? Who knows if we'll have special guest appearances?
Well, we're going to. It's going to be something special.
I know.
Come
It
on.
has to be.
Come on.
Yeah,
It's the Dodgers.
Yeah.
It's LA. It's Hollywood. There's going to be surprises. There's going to be special guests. There's going to be special events. There's going to be great stuff. It's all going to be happening live right here on Fox 11.
We're hearing Snoop Doggy Dogg as an intro music. So will we see him? Because he's at every major these Dodger games. Of course, we saw Ice Cube had a very well celebrated performance at Game 2, much better than Fat Joe in New York. Not that we're rubbing it in to the Yankees fans. So here we go. They're welcome to Dodger Stadium, right past that sign, as the Dodgers are making their way literally towards the stadium and to the crowd that is so ready to cheer for them. We've also heard, and if you come to the Dodger game, you well know the organist, Dieter Rule, who's been playing as well, getting people excited here. We want to check in right now with Coco McAvoy, who's been with some of the biggest Dodger fans all morning, to give us a flavor of how the city is feeling right now. Coco.
Hello, you can see the crowd is excited to be here. They were excited about the parade, of course. They have since early in the morning, and now it is like mob mentality to get here and to get here on camera because they want to express how much they love the Dodgers, the boys in blue. They came just to see them, and now they are here to cheer. They're so excited, and this is what the city really dreamed of. You get all ages out here ready to cheer on the boys in blue. Again, okay, I made my way out of the crowd. Everybody's excited. They're in front of the camera. They're cheering. They want to be heard, of course. I spoke to a lot of them, too, before going on camera. Saying when they heard about the parade, they
some signal challenges with Coco McAvoy, but thank you for that report. You know, some inside baseball of how we do this job. Now, almost everything we do is through cell phones, and so you imagine how many people are using their cell phones in downtown LA, which creates challenges. Everybody trying to live stream what's happening, but we're here with the hardline signal.
It's a minor miracle to pull off an event like this where you've got multiple remote cameras throughout a span of about a mile and a half getting from downtown to Dodger Stadium here. So every now and then you lose a microphone or maybe you lose a camera. And that is a minor bump in the road. But now you can see here as we pair right inside to Dodger Stadium. I mentioned it looks like about 80-85% full at this point. Alex and I have the perfect vantage point as we peer back behind us and we can see these seats getting filled up. And the energy level here in the stadium is building because these fans are watching on these jumbotrons and they know that the Dodger buses are now on site and they'll be pulling up out there to blue heaven very soon in center field, and then the players will walk that blue carpet to that stage. And Alex, I can only imagine the energy when they see those players walk into this building.
And Kyle, this Dodger team is easy to root for. There's a lot of great guys on this team, and they all talk about in the locker room their love for each other, how they lift each other up. And there's so many different characters from different backgrounds in different countries with very different personalities, but together they've become this great team and full of genuinely good guys.
Yeah, and having covered this team for a long time, you know, when you go into that clubhouse, and let's be honest, the last couple of years have not ended the way the Dodgers had hoped, and yet even in defeat, these guys have faced the music.
Yeah.
They've been approachable. You talk about Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman and now Shohei Ohtani in this mix, and Will Smith and all of these guys. They are really, really good human beings, along with really, really great ball players. And it's been an honor and a joy to cover them. And you can probably hear the crowd. Let's listen in as the crowd knows that the Dodgers are right outside the door in center field.
Let's go upstairs to Stu Mandel for that bird's eye view. Stu?
Well, you got them making their way back onto the Chavez Ravine. They're in that parking lot right there. Let's get a shot of that stadium. I heard the sounds. I mean, I don't know if it was on the IFB, but actually hearing it from the helicopter. Look at all those crowds out there. That has got to be almost to max capacity. Those buses making their way around. It looks like they're taking the long way around. I thought for sure they were going to go back through the back way, that blue heaven, like you said. Maybe they're going to go back through the entrance where they go through. But right now, the bus is moving very slowly through the stadium area. If they are, they've got to go all the way around. We're going to keep an eye on it for sure. Those fans, they are probably waiting for them to show up. I know I am. And I heard what you were saying about how there is no real plan. They didn't give you guys any kind of layout on what's going on. We do see that blue carpet. We did see that, I was calling it the winner's alley, where they could probably be able to walk into the stadium from the backside. Well, we'll see if that's what the plan is. Right now, the buses still are making their way through that parking lot. LAPD escort, everybody's still here. But you know what? Before I let it go, I got to say something that was also amazing with so many fans as they were making their way down the 110 freeway on those overpasses that weren't part of like the parade and or this. They were just Dodger fans out there in their gear, lining those overpasses, waving, yelling, screaming, cars just stopping on the freeway with people getting out with their cell phones. It really was amazing. The love is just unbelievable, pouring out from the fans and, of course, from the players themselves. These buses, they are just filled with love this afternoon. And again, it's just going to get better when they get to the stadium.
Stu Mundell, thank you very much. You want to check in now with Laura Diaz, who's been stationed at Union Station, talking to fans. And Laura, I know this is a big day for you as well.
Yes, we're at Union Station, and you can actually see a mass of blue behind me. These are all people who've already seen the parade, and they're making their...
All right, let me show you guys something. So, again, there was a shooting that took place yesterday on Halloween in Orlando, Florida. They supposedly have the suspect is a 17-year-old man, and I got a video of what happened yesterday, so you guys can see all the chaos. And again, this is a developing story, so I haven't decoded it. I don't know exactly what this ritual is all about. But it is 47 days after Ron DeSantis' birthday, the governor of Florida. So, you know, that's an important number, 47. Well, you guys know that already. But look at this video. It's only 1 minute long. Look at this. I don't know. This looks like a lot, way more people than what they reported. Because they're saying only 2 people got killed. So 2 people got killed and 7 were injured. I don't know. This video looks like a lot more people than 7, but let's start from the beginning. Hold on. All right, that's 1. That's 2. I don't want to say that these are crisis actors because one of the people that got shot was the person that posted this video. He wrote in the caption that he got shot. And I know this guy. This guy's from the Bronx. I mean, that's what happens when you go out to celebrate a satanic ritual that you don't know nothing about. But yeah, he's saying that he got shot, so let's see what else the media reports. Yeah, but they're saying this guy right here was one of the shooters.
Everyone here is so fired up.
I'll tell you guys, this has the feeling like when we were here for Game 1. Remember when we were down on the field and this place was packed and all of the fans here were anticipating Game 1 of the World Series. This is similar, but it feels even more exuberant because there's no anxiety. We won.
Sans anxiety.
We won.
Yeah, this is so nice. Nothing to worry about today.
No one's losing today.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's winning, Alex. And I can't say it enough. I mean, it's been since 1988 since they've gotten this sort of a celebration. So who knows what's in store once the Dodgers take the field. We're really excited to be able to bring this to you live. And by the way, if you're just joining this coverage, this is not just any booth here. This is the broadcast booth where Joe Davis and Oral Hershiser call the games when you tune in to see him here. So it's really special. And of course, we're thinking about Fernando Valenzuela, of course, as well. Today would have been his 64th birthday, and that means so much.
Let's not forget Vince Scully.
Of course, and there is what happened with.
Let's not forget Vince Scully.
That the history that we sit amongst. We're so honored to be here and be a part of that. Joe, we appreciate you letting us borrow the booth for a couple hours here so we get the best possible view of the entire stadium. And what a day it's going to be.
And while we're doing shout out to Jaime Harim, who also has been a Dodger broadcaster for so many decades in Spanish language as well. We are presenting this with very limited commercial.
You guys heard us. You said the number 64. It means so much for this to happen on his 64th birthday. What mockery, man.
What if you never had to worry about what you could do? Because you could do anything. Anywhere could be the center of everywhere. And boundaries only existed to be pushed. So the only limit you faced was how big you could dream. What would you do then? Some pretty cool stuff, I bet. Yeah, that'd be some life. That'd be life unlimited.
How great does it feel to be a part of this team?
Welcome back, everybody, to our live coverage from Dodger Stadium. Marla Tejas, Alex Michelson, Kyle Kraska. You're seeing the live picture from just outside the gates here. That is one of the double-decker buses where the Dodgers are after they finish their parade. And now this is the sort of unknown celebration of what's going to happen for all these ticketed fans who have been here since, 8 a.m. this morning, and they've been waiting for this moment.
The one thing we do know, we're going to see the Commissioner's Trophy brought back up on stage. We're going to hear from multiple players. We'll hear from...
You know what's funny? In a way, this is like Game 6. And now I understand why, from the death anniversary of Freddie Freeman's mom, who died on June 13th, that they leaving 201 days left in the year. From her death anniversary to today is 141 days. The name Frederick Freeman equals 141. So now it makes sense why this is lining up with the death anniversary of Freddie's mom. And yeah, it is like Game 6. I mean, look how much people pay tickets to go see this ceremony. This is just another game. This is Game 6, another ritual. So that's why, Game 6 and 5 was so difficult, because it was lining up perfectly, because this is another significant event. It's like a Game 6.
Let's listen in.
Los Angeles Dodgers, broadcasters on Sportsnet LA and KLAC, who provided the soundtrack to this unforgettable, magnificent championship season. Joe Davis and Steven Nelson.
I wasn't expecting this. LA, let me hear you. This feels like 36 years of waiting. And then an
someone we're celebrating a birthday today, too. Right here. Number 34 is up here celebrating this with us. So let's celebrate a world champion. Let's celebrate a cultural and baseball icon. Number 34, happy birthday, Fernando Valenzuela.
Well, Joey, now you got me thinking. If we're going to have a party, a proper party, we got to have a performance to kick it off. What do you think?
I think we got a guy, and I can tell that you guys were listening to me the other night when I said, start the party, Los Angeles! Your Dodgers have won the World Series! Damn, he's good. Damn, he's good. And there ain't no party like a West Coast party. That's enough for the West Coast Don, Ice Cube.
I gotta lower the music because they're gonna probably give me a copyright strike. Ice Cube, the guy whose name equals 42. This is why he was chosen for this ritual. Remember what he said? This is for Fernando. We're going to do it for Fernando like we did in game 1. Notice his name is 30 and 42 like the N-word. His name is also 141. The Dodgers win the World Series in the 141st season. His name is also 48 like Illuminati. The Dodgers became 4-8 against the Yankees on the road. Was it 4-8? I don't exactly remember, but I think it was. Let's see. I don't remember what the 48 was, but there was a 48 that played in that game 5. I'm trying to remember, what was that 48? Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember, but they finished 5-3 on the road in the postseason this year. Los Angeles is 53. Another reason I thought it was going to end Game 5. Game 4 made a lot of sense. So we could have ended. They could have won the World Series 5-2. 52 is in point number 2. But look at the numbers. Ice Cube 141, 30, 42, like the N-word and slavery. I can't play the music, so I'm just gonna watch the video. But you guys heard Joe Davis, man? He gave a shout out to Fernando. These people are wicked, man. What number jersey he has on? Of course he has a number 24 on. They cut the stream. My stream is still good, but what happened to this shit? Last week, messed around and hit a double. Magic Johnson. That's 63, like Major League Baseball, like Major League. Oh my gosh! Like how Fernando died at 63. Wow. I gotta stop. I'm gonna raise the audio once they stop the music. I feel like I'm getting away with murder right now playing this video on my stream. YouTube is letting me live. Thank you, Google. About time. Yeah, Lorenzo, this stuff is funny, Lorenzo. It's funny and it's not funny. There they are, the Brooklyn Dodgers. They still haven't showed Rosemary's Baby. Here he is, Mr. Magic Johnson, Mr. Financial Aids. There he is. Freddy Krueger. God sacrificed his mom 91 days before his birthday. Gibby, meet Freddy. There he is, Mr. Mookie. Did you guys realize that Spike Lee, his character was named Mookie and Do the Right Thing, and he was walking around the entire film wearing a Jackie Robinson jersey, and his name is Mookie in the film. Yeah, Mookie walked around the whole movie with a Jackie Robinson jersey. Crazy.
Of Dave Roberts during that Ice Cube set here at the stadium.
Who's not a fan of Ice Cube, especially here in Dodger Stadium, since he wowed us before Game 2. That was last Saturday. So, yes, he was the special appearance performance that welcomed in the Dodgers, as we're seeing now the Dodgers.
Will Smith coming in. By the way, we saw Andrew Friedman there, who is the architect of this Dodger team, and he's the one that put all of these pieces together. And there's a lot of pieces that had a part in this World Championship. Eddie Pajes there, That crown, by the way, that was something that was exchanged from a fan in the crowd. A fan offered it to the Dodgers on their bus, and there was an exchange there. Alex Vesia there holding the championship belt. And, it was something, wasn't it, guys, when Freddie Freeman came into the stadium and they showed him up on the Jumbotron. This place went berserk, as you would certainly expect. Teoscar Hernandez and Dave Roberts, who was busted a move while Marla was singing along to Ice Cube as well.
Everyone's calling me out for it. What can I say? I'm a fan too. As we're seeing all of the fans, it is a sold-out Dodger Stadium today, and there's Walker Buehler. They're getting a nice little smooch on stage, well-deserved. The party is just getting started as all of the players come on in on their, not a red carpet, but appropriately.
Clayton Kershaw, who has been a mentor to so many people, and there's a great story about how Clayton Kershaw was mentoring Walker Buehler in the middle of that last game, because Clayton Kershaw had experience himself as being a reliever in a late playoff game and been through that experience. Walker Buehler wearing Oral Hershiser's game-worn jersey. Oral Hershiser was wearing Walker Buehler's jersey right when the Dodgers won the World Series. All right, so we're going to sneak in a quick word from our sponsor as we look at the players getting ready for the big celebration.
I went with the TRD off-road. I knew my truck was always going to be evolving to my needs for my travels. Ultimate dream is to drive all the way down to Patagonia. It's called the Pan America Trail. That's my ultimate goal. My name is Drew Robertson. I drive a Toyota Tacoma TRD off-road 4x4.
Today's the day for a low $299 a month lease on a new 4x4 Tacoma. Just $299 a month. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
Our thanks to our friends at Toyota for that. Walker Buehler really with a lot of energy. You see it with the pitching coach there, Mark Pryor, and the whole team. And some of these guys really getting into it.
Yeah, he has his Oral Hershiser jersey on, which is fitting because that's where we are seated today. Opening up, when you may have heard the opening remarks from one of them anyway, was from Joe Davis. Joe Davis and Hershiser usually are there. And there's Shohei. There's no decoy, but there's Shohei as he makes his way on, and the crowd goes wild, as they say.
Yeah, all of the guys right now, as they came in with their families are being escorted to the seats that are in front of the stage here, which are right over second base on the diamond at Dodger Stadium. And as you can see, all of the players are now converging together. They're up on top of the stage. There's a microphone set up. Joe Davis is hosting the day as Shohei and Freddie. Oh my goodness, what a tandem, sharing a big hug. And this team truly has grown together. They talked about that as they made this World Series run, how they came together as a family. They believed in one another. They overcame so much adversity. Kike Hernandez, such a big part, always in October, giving Dave Roberts a big hug there as well. Yeah, these guys really bonding, and they had to, because they knew that they didn't have all the pieces they needed. Mookie Betts there, shaking hands, and they're all here now. All the stars are out, and this is going to be quite a celebration here at Dodger.
And when we see Shohei, we recognize the fact that hello to all the folks that may be watching us in Japan, that may be streaming our broadcast right now. We saw that the games were actually getting higher TV ratings in Japan than they were in America because of Shohei Ohtani and Yoshi Yamamoto, who we just saw him standing next to as well. And Clayton Kershaw looks good holding up that World Series trophy. Probably the player that has the greatest connection with these fans over his many years of service to Los Angeles is Clayton Kershaw.
Clayton Kershaw, again, wearing the patented sleeveless T-shirt, showing off the guns, as he often does.
And the dad bod, which he's proud of as well.
Hey, he's a World Series champion.
World Series champion. He's great. Because of Cy Young and an MVP.
Ain't nothing wrong with a dad bod.
And he's got great kids as well, many times over.
Yeah, so now the stage looks like it's filled up, and Joe Davis is going to take it away. Let's go ahead and listen in.
The president and CEO of the Don't You Walk Away, we're bringing you up first, Mr. Stan Kasten.
Thank you. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you to everyone in this amazing crowd. Wow. First, I want to thank our mayor, our city council, all the elected officials who are here today for helping us put all of this together. Thank you so much. I know we have all waited a long time for this day. And I have to tell you, everyone behind me, every player, manager, coach, front office person, everyone in the business side, ticket sellers, sponsorship side, everyone in this organization has spent their lives waiting for this day. And they are appreciating a lifetime of anticipation today. But I want to talk about something else that I've learned in my time in LA. As many of you know, I don't sit a lot during games. I'm not in owner suites or the suites. I'm all over the place. Maybe it's nervous energy. Maybe it's just decades of habit, but I'm walking around everywhere, as a lot of you know, because I run into a lot of you every night. And it's important for me because it's how I get to talk to so many of you, but more importantly, to listen to so many of you. Not everything I hear is great. Many things are. But I've learned one thing more important than anything else in my time. Every one of you cares just as much about being here today as everyone on this stage. Every one of you has waited for this day with as much anticipation as any of us involved with the organization, and all of us, thank you for all of that. And it's not just the 4 million people that show up here year in and year out for generations. And it's not just the millions of more fans who watch us at home. It's not even just our fans across Los Angeles. It's all of our fans around the country. It's our fans in Mexico. It's our fans in the Dominican Republic. Our fans in Korea. Our fans in Japan. And everywhere else around the world, because it's your support that makes all of this possible. Without your support, we couldn't put the team on the field that we do. We couldn't keep this stadium as beautiful and as modern as we do. Without your support, we couldn't do the thousands of
Without the slaves, can be able to pay Otani $300 million. We get the point. Come on, shut the fuck up.
So from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you for your decades of support. Thank you all. Go Dodgers!
All right, let's keep the line moving.
Nice little 42 ritual. He picked up his 4th NL pennant and his 2nd championship.
Hey, Los Angeles, are we live? I got a question for you all. What makes this team different from every other Dodger team?
The sacrifices.
They said it, not me. Hey, guys. 2020 Fan Fest. We got asked some really tough questions. And guess what? I said 2020 decade is going to be the LA Dodger decade. And guess what? Who has more championships than us in the 2020s? Absolutely nobody. Absolutely nobody. Hey, where's Ice Cube? Ice Cube, where you at? Hey, Cube, give it up for Ice Cube, people. Ice Cube came out in game 2. And with his performance, we didn't even need to play the game. We had already won it. Then we go to New York. And this guy, he used to be fat. He's not fat anymore. His name is Joe. He came out and sang. And guess what? We didn't even need to play because after that performance, we had already won. We wanted a parade, and look at you guys. We got a parade. I love you, LA. I love everybody. And like Doc said, they're not like us, baby. That had my back all year. What a special group. I don't have the same personality as Kike. He shut it down. But from the bottom of my heart, 3 months ago, when I came back after my son got sick, you guys showed out for my family and I. That was one of the greatest experiences I've ever had on the field. I was so touched. I did everything I could to get on this field for you guys. And I'm glad I did because we got a championship now. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I can't wait to run this back next year. Let's go Dodgers!
All right, guys. Before we get to a couple more players, thank you to ownership, Mark Walter, Magic Johnson, the GOAT. The Bowleys, the Pattons, all you guys, Smolensky, Billie Jean King.
Unbelievable group of players. I got to tell you, we've been dreaming about this day for a long time, and it exceeded every expectation we could have possibly had. It was incredible. To Dodger Nation, the city of champions, this is for you guys. 2020 was incredibly special, but it wasn't anything like this. To not be able to celebrate it with the greatest fans in the world left a little bit of an empty feeling. Immediately after winning, everyone was talking about this day, to celebrate it with the greatest fans in the world. This is for you guys. We love you. We love LA. Thank you. And now, the guy who's collected 2, and he wants a lot more. Mookie Betts!
When I became a Dodger, it was for, 12 or 13 years? It was a lot of years, and we got 2 so far. We got like 8, 9 years left. I gotta get to at least 5 or 6, right? We gotta do this 5 or 6 times, right? Hey, I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming out and supporting us. And to my teammates, y'all don't know how much y'all mean to me, man. I love you guys. Hey, I got 3. I'm trying to fill this hand up, LA. Hey, now, I'm about to pass it off to, I think, the most even-keeled human being I've ever been around in my life that carried us all the way to the World Series. Teoscar Hernandez, baby. I just want to say thank you. Hey, I play this game to win. And the Dodgers gave me the opportunity to come here so I can help this organization, this city, this team, these people win a championship. You guys made this dream come true. Thank you for making me a world champion. Thank you.
Hey, there's a guy that's been in a Dodger uniform more than anyone, certainly on this stage. We didn't get our parade in 2020. Let's give it up for the GOAT, Clayton Kershaw!
Oh man, I've waited for this day for a long time. I've waited to celebrate for a long time. I can't imagine being anywhere else right now. And I can't imagine doing it with a better group of guys than this group right here. I'm at a loss for words, man. I didn't have anything to do with this championship, but it feels like I have the best feeling in the world.
amazing how these people can celebrate lies, right? How do you celebrate a lie? Well, you're witnessing that right now. Something you didn't earn. And he made tears come out of his eyes. This guy, that's very impressive, Clayton.
Hey, there's a group of dogs that don't get any credit unless things go bad. They sit in left field. They sit in left field. There's a special group of guys led by Josh Bard, and we wouldn't have this championship without them. A guy in Game 5, he gave us everything we had. Give it up for the leader of the bullpen, Blake Trinan.
Hey, I'll be honest, this is the best feeling I've had on a baseball field. Not a better group of guys. I ain't much of a talker. I like to lead by actions. Everything we have is, man, by all of our hard work, everybody puts us in good positions to have success. These guys earned every bit of it. Our true leader in the bullpen is Daniel Hudson. So I kind of want him to come up here. He's got more of a thing. Come on, Goat. Yeah, here's Daniel Hudson, guys. We're not here without him. What's up, LA?
Hey, I just want to say, I came back for this moment right here. Everybody on this stage is a world champion. Everybody in this stadium is a world champion. Everybody that bleeds Dodger blue is a world champion. Congratulations, LA. I love you guys.
Hey, get the dogs up here. Who? I don't know who else.
Do it. Should I say it? Should I say it, boys?
You have to.
Should I say it? Should I say it?
You have to.
Hey, guys. This team, it has to do with a word that starts with the same letter as my last name. And we all stay this way, especially through the entire month of October. Should I?
Do it.
All right. First off, we had the greatest of all time, Vin Scully. We had another legend, Dodger legend, number 34, Fernando Valenzuela.
Sacrifices.
Happy birthday, Fernando. This is for you too. So this winter, ownership, Andrew, front office, we had a big goal in mind. That's to get the biggest fish of them all. I almost screwed it up. I'll tell you right now. Who was it? No, not Kiermaier. Sorry. KK, I love you, but no, not you. Who wants to hear from Shohei Ohtani?
Thank you, Dad.
Hey, Yoshinobu Yamamoto!
This is so special moment for me.
so honored to be here and to be part of this team. Congratulations, Los Angeles. Thank you, fans.
How awesome is this? Mook, get up here. Mook, what I tell you, every time they walk show to get to you.
I got 400 too.
Get up here, baby. Get up here. How about this guy right here, Brad Honeywell? We wouldn't be here without this guy. Let's see it, honey. What you got?
What you got for me?
Hey, I'll do anything to bring a fucking championship here into Los Angeles. I can promise you that. Let's fucking go, man. Let's go! Best fans in the world, best stadium in the world, best city in the world. Unbelievable! We should have had this in 2020, but we're bringing it now. Man, y'all setting the city on fire right now.
All right, guys, we got two more. First, we made a trade at the deadline. We got this guy who played shortstop, center field. He did everything we asked. He was the NLCS MVP. Give it up for Tommy Edman.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Man, I've only been here for a couple months. Eli's already trying to grab the mic. But I just want to say thank you to all the Dodgers fans out there. You guys have welcomed me like one of your own. And I'm just so grateful to be part of this organization. Such a great group of guys. Love everybody here. And now we're World Series champs. Let's go, baby!
All right. This guy right here is the glue to our ball club. No one plays a better shortstop. He played hurt all year for us. I love this guy right here. Give it up for Mickey Rowe.
Hey, what's up, Los Angeles? Hey, I made my debut in 2014 here, and I got back to be a World Series champion. Let's fucking go!
Test. You guys got me. Test.
Now I got it.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, there we are. Yep. I got you, John. Yes. Yes, sir. Awesome work, Joe. We're good.
Show everybody what to see. We want to see what it is. Let's go!
That's awesome. Well done. Well done, Miggy. That was cool. That was cool. Everybody goes, do we want to see the Freddie dance?
Do the Freddie.
And everybody like, oh, that was cool.
Okay.
Test. I can hear myself now.
Even though I'm afraid what they might say that they still haven't said. So before I turn it over to Joe, I want all of you on the stage to hold on to this feeling. And I want all of you in the stands to always remember what it felt like to be part of the best damn baseball team in the world.
Play my theme music. Go ahead.
Randy. Kick it, Randy.
I was expecting a bigger tribute to Fernando, but it might be coming. I know the other guy mentioned Vince Scully and Fernando. Yeah, but these people are really like. It's true. We are not like them. That's what people need to understand. When they say they're not like us, I know exactly what they mean. People always think they could compare themselves to these people. These people are different. These people worship Satan. The reason I muted it is because it's playing music right now. You would expect a bigger tribute to Fernando on his birthday, though, right?
Wow, what a moment. And there we look at Magic Johnson, who has heard Randy Newman's I Love LA after so many championship celebrations, hearing it once again, a song that really not only a celebration of the Dodgers and their teamwork, but a celebration of the city of Los Angeles itself, as this entire city is united in their love for this team. What a shot there.
Yeah, I mean, we heard from Clayton, we heard from Dave Roberts, we heard from Freddie, we heard from Teoscar. I'm saying them by their first names as if I'm on first name basis with these guys, but they feel like family, they feel like friends. The crowd just loved it. Clayton Kershaw up there, he said, this is the best feeling in the world.
Richard Adderall right there, showing off the ring and showing off the hardware. And how about hearing from Shohei Ohtani, speaking English to this crowd here, to everybody watching around the world, saying how much of a privilege it was for him to be a part of this championship. And I think back all the way to December 14th of last year when they announced Shohei Ohtani as the newest member of this club, and they said they told Shohei they wanted to go all in. They wanted to win a championship, and they wanted to compete each and every year. And there is Shohei Ohtani posing with Magic Johnson. And I'll tell you, how about the emotions that we felt and saw from Teoscar Hernandez breaking up there in front of everybody, and Clayton Kershaw in tears over this championship. It really just goes to show you how much this really means to these guys. This is real emotions, and the fact that they were able to come through on this team, part of a great unit that really bonded throughout the season. They are truly brothers, and now they're world champions.
You saw the 76, like the final score, like how Jack Robinson equals 76. Coach 41, like how, and notice 113 and 41, like Kobe Bryant. Series ended 4-1. They lost game 4 and dropped to 3-1.
And we went on series for you. So he did so with not one but two injuries, we've learned.
And certainly many different emotions being felt by these guys, because you've got someone like Teoscar Hernandez, who is at the end of an expiring contract. He certainly hopes to re-sign with the Dodgers. He has expressed that. We'll have to wait and see on that. Walker Buehler is at the end of a contract. And will he be a Dodger again? Daniel Hudson, who spoke, he has already announced he is retiring after the season. So going out on top, going out as a champion. Max Muncy, seen right there. He's got 1 year left on his contract, a $12 million contract. Struggled throughout the playoffs. So we don't know. Some of these guys, like Mookie saying, let's do this 4, 5, 6 more times. For some other guys, this is going to be the end of the road here.
And Clayton Kershaw with the statement, Dodger for life. If there was any doubt about his future next year, that he made that very clear here as we look at some of the guys. And Max Muncy said, best fans in the world. And you think about Dodger Stadium, which has the best attendance in baseball year after year. And Dodger fans have consistently been the best fans in baseball. That Dodger fandom, even bigger now with Shohei and the audience in Japan, is the reason that the highest rated World Series always involved the Dodgers. People love this team and that fan base getting a chance to celebrate right now. Mario Ramirez is out with some of those fans right now. Mario.
Hey guys, yes, you can obviously see the excitement with the crowd. I'm going to step just a little bit away so I can actually speak, but they're very excited. You can tell that they've been having fun out here. I will say that when Shohei Ohtani and Freddie Freeman were introduced, the crowd went absolutely wild. They also enjoyed that performance by Ice Cube to start things off, and they really just had a great time out here. What's your name? Where'd you come from?
My name is Kim, and I came from L.A.
All right, so not very far, Kim. Tell me, what did you think about that celebration at Dodger Stadium on the big screens here?
That was awesome. 36 years, and now we're back. I just think it's awesome. The Dodgers are 2024 world champions, and they brought it home to L.A. Yeah!
And it actually worked out perfectly because the parade route is just behind these monitors. And once it was over, everybody basically crowded in here. We heard from some people who said they were going to nearby bars or maybe to another location to watch. But everyone who wanted to watch here in Grant Park, they were able to. And it was a fun time had by all. A little party out here. So as we send it back to you, the excitement is carrying over. And I'm sure they'll stay out here for quite a while having some fun. Let's go Dodgers!
Let's go Dodgers! Champions for life! World champions!
Mario Ramirez reporting live there. I really love that fan shirt of Fernando. Of course, Dave Roberts took a moment to wish a heavenly birthday to Fernando Valenzuela. Today would have been his 64th birthday. Okay, we need to just take a 30-second pause to pay some of those bills. Here's a word from one of our sponsors. We'll be right back.
I went with the Security Off-Road. I knew my truck was always going to be evolving to my needs for my travels. Ultimate dream is to drive all the way down to Patagonia. It's called the Pan America Trail. That's my ultimate goal. My name is Drew Robertson. I drive a Toyota Tacoma TRD Off-Road 4x4.
Today's the day for a low $299 a month lease on a new 4x4 Tacoma. Just $299 a month. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
Walker Buehler there with a beer bong necklace, which is quite an accessory. And based off of what he said up there, you could tell that he enjoyed some of that beer bong as he was riding in the parade as well.
You can tell by the way he was hugging that commissioner's trophy. This means a lot to Walker Buehler. Let's not forget, he just went through his second Tommy John surgery, and his recovery did not go well.
Yeah.
Like when he came back this year from that second surgery, he then injured his hip, his control, his velocity was down, and then he had to go back to Florida, try to work on his stuff, and came back. And even as late as the playoffs, we didn't know what Walker Buehler was going to be able to contribute to this team, right? To be able to come in, and again, World Series Walker. Third time in his career has pitched 3 games, third game of the World Series, and did a phenomenal job against the Yankees in Game 3, and to come back in Game 5 and to close it out in the 9th inning there of getting them down 1-2-3. Walker Buehler, this means a lot to him. I think it proved to him that he's back, and now as he goes into free agency, hopefully it'll pay off for him in a big way.
And it was a big risk for Dave Roberts to pitch Walker Buehler because he would have been the presumptive starter in Game 7. And you're sort of taking him off the table for that.
Frankly, Dave Roberts was out of pitching, which really was remarkable at the end of that game that Blake Treiner was able to get 7 outs there to set the table for Walker Buehler to come in the 9th inning and have that dramatic close. So it began with a grand slam in Game 1 and ended with Walker Buehler with his heroics in Game 5, and it all equals a Dodger championship.
They're 8th. Let's check in with Bob DeCastro, who's outside Dodger Stadium right now with those fans. Bob?
Hello, yes. The event's over now. Everybody's filing out here, but take a look at this line right here. This is the merch line. Everybody wanting to get that last minute merchandise before they head out. Hello. Okay, how was it? How was it to cap off the season here at Dodger Stadium?
Oh, first of all, it was amazing. Lucky to get in line here to get our tickets, celebrate here at the stadium where we're home. Home is where the heart is, and we're here in LA, and we're our champions once again, baby. We brought it back.
Oh, yeah!
World Series champs, baby!
A lot of people had hoped that there would be a game here so that they could see them win here, but this was perfect, wasn't it?
It was amazing. Kershaw put on the best speech right now. He brought me to emotion, to tears. Such an amazing time. Dodgers, baby! Let's go! Let me talk to you, buddy. Let me talk to you, Bobby D. Let me tell you something. This matters more to the city than any other sports team, any other one. Because the Lakers are important, the Rams are important, but nothing like the Dodgers. Because the Dodgers bring the community together. The entire city loves the Dodgers. You can go anywhere in the world and see this logo, and you point at that logo and you know that that's a Dodger fan. And that's why it matters a little bit more, Bobby D. That's why it matters a little bit more.
I was saying this when I was in New York, that you saw the Dodger blue and immediately it was like,
everywhere. That's all over the country. That's all over the world, Bobby D. Let's go Dodgers! Let's go Dodgers! Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Give me a hug, Bobby D.
Big hat.
He has a whole new group of friends, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, he does. Yeah, I mean,
I know, wasn't that cool?
And then Freddie, when he taught and his dedication to the game and everything.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
You gotta love that.
Yes.
Love your hat, too.
Oh my God! Ice Cube and Fernando Valenzuela's Happy Birthday song.
There were so many good moments.
Yes, it was great.
How are you? What was your favorite part of the whole thing?
My favorite part is right now talking to you, celebrating.
Legend.
You make Dodgers who they are, what they are.
You make Dodgers who they are.
We all make it. This network makes it. LA makes it.
MVP. I think the fans are real MVP. The fans are the real MVPs here.
I just love coming to Dodger games.
Yeah. Was it different coming here, like, not at an actual game, but when everybody's like coming here for a different reason, for a victory, and we don't have an opposing team?
I think it's just born and raised, We grew up with this.
Yeah.
This is our homecoming.
Yes.
We're here, baby. We won the championship.
Let's go, baby!
You see this now as a future dynasty, right? Because if we wait over 30 years for something like this, do you see this happening in the years to come?
Absolutely. With the horsepower we have, Dodger Stadium coming back. Let's go, baby! We come back! We come back, baby!
Are you guys waiting this line here for this merchandise, or you already have everything in there? Oh, you bought some swag.
Look at this. Absolutely. Well worth it. We want to represent LA. We're coming back, baby. Back to back.
Back to back.
Let's go.
Back to back, and we'll send it back to you.
Freddie Freeman, who? You've just been named the most valuable player, Bob. We love it. Thanks so much.
Lots of love for Bob.
Yeah, a lot of love for Bob. Let's check in with one of our others out there. That's Coco McAvoy. She's in downtown LA, where the streets have just reopened. Coco.
Hello, good afternoon. We are here at Grand Park and the crowd.
I think I send love for the clown show. I didn't notice we've been on almost 3 hours. Oh shit. Yeah, I can't take any more of that, man. Yeah, I'm gonna do some work on that Florida shooting. 17-year-old, kill was 17. They do a lot of rituals with that number around mass shootings. Or kill 17. Hopefully nothing happens at that parade. Yeah, you're right, Vincent. That's why, I always preach unity, but too many egos in this community, man. It will never work. Yeah, they didn't win nothing. You're right about that. Isn't it amazing though how Clayton Kershaw can make himself cry and it's just amazing. These people are great actors, man. That's what people need to understand. They really are not like us. I hate when I hear that argument. Oh, you think you can do it? And I know I can't do what they do. I'm not evil like them. All right, you guys, enjoy your weekend. I would hate for something to show up in the headlines later on, but you know how these people are. Look what happened yesterday in Florida at the Halloween event. 7 people shot, 2 killed. On the Church of Satan's, on the anniversary of the first Church of Satan founded date. All right, you guys, enjoy your weekend. Thank you for watching. Peace.